Hey everyone, my name is Mo Khalid and I'm a gold Warwick one trick player. I've been playing Warwick for 2 seasons and this is a new cheesy trick or early game strategies that I've made. I didn't really make it, it was more of me applying what popular Warwick streamers like Barney Lex are making. I think that it's really strong in low elo and that's why I wanted to share it. So, to keep it simple, you are going to be stealing two camps from your opponent, one buff, one camp, and you are going to be killing them for first blood almost every time. It's really amazing and it works because no one in this elo wards that much, so it grants you lucky advantage if you can really use that. So yeah, I have two examples of this today, and they are both kinda extreme. Usually it just goes super smooth. They never, those low elo players just take a full clear and never expect that they are going to go to the other side of the map and realize that it's been all stolen already by you. So yeah. Alright. So at the start, that guy was pinging a million times, I don't know why. At the start you always want to tell your bot lane that you will need a leash, because usually they say you walk in this direction and they go to lane. You need to tell them in the chat that, hey, I need a leash. And yeah, so you won't be actually invading, you are just placing a ward so that you know on which buff did the enemy start, and then you just go take the other buff pretty much. You will want to stand here until it's, what time does it show? So you want to ward once there are 25 seconds left until the buff spawns, or until you get the minions have spawned announcement. 25 seconds are enough to walk from one buff to another diagonally like this. So you'll get there in time, and at the same time you'll have the ward stay alive for as long as possible. So that's why you stay this late. Usually you just ward and then recall, because you wanna change to red trinket, but again no one wards in gold 4 and below, so why would you even get something that you're never going to get value of, you know? So again, this is an extreme example and you'll see what happened, but I was really forcing it this time because I wanted to record what happened. But it will show you that this recording and the other matches that I have, it will show you that it's so crazy strong that almost no one can do anything about it. But yes, okay, let's speed it up a bit. So I ward, as you can see, he used a million binks because he saw my ward. That usually doesn't happen, but that caused the Jax to come around. Let's see. He decided to come help him, and he placed the ward. That was the most crazy part. But anyways, as always, I got here, got my leash, a really healthy leash. The reason why you take a leash is because by the time you are done, even if he got a leash as well, you'll finish before him. Warwick is, with your Q you are much stronger, and so you'll finish faster, and assuming that he goes for even one camp, even if you went for one camp, you'll still take his buff first because you are just that faster. So usually you wanna go for the two buffs. So you start here, you go take your blue, and then you go invade his red, kill him over here, and then take his Krugs gank, whatever you do later on. The only situation where I wouldn't take double buffs is if my ward spotted my opponent. Let's say that the Lee Sin was actually starting red. In that case, I'll take my red and I'll go straight into his jungle to take his blue and Grump. I should still be able to finish blue and Grump before he finishes his red and Raptors, so it's still okay. But yeah, you wanna have both buffs so that you are strong. Warwick beats anyone when he's one level ahead and two buffs at level 3, so that's a crazy huge advantage that you have. He walks into my jungle for some reason, I don't know why. Maybe he assumed that I was invading, so he wanted to invade as well. Now, that's really dumb from him because he has absolutely no vision at all. And he still wasted all this time taking my buff. Usually they would just take their Grump, maybe Wolves, and then go to their red buff. This guy was obviously inting. He shouldn't be here at all right now. And even if he took this one, you know that I'm a Warwick and that there's no way I took Raptors, so just go there. But yes, that's really dumb. You shouldn't be in my jungle right now at all. Anyways, I take this buff. And then I go into his buff. Now, I knew that he warded over here because the ward is going to expire right now. But the thing is, what can he do about it? I'm one level ahead. The buff is already at an amount of health where I can Q smite it, so there's nothing that he can do really. He just saw my buff and I took it. So, or he probably saw that I had double buffs. He literally have nothing to do but to walk all the way back into his jungle and just continue what he was doing first. But yeah, let's see what happens. So I take the buff. I notice that there's a dead ward over here. Alright. Now, you will get better at this the more you play, but it's just that you will be able to predict where the jungler is. I didn't know that he went into my jungle, but I knew that if he had taken Grump, he skipped Grump over here, he took Wolves. I knew that if he had taken Grump, he would have been in this spot right now. The reason why you don't attack this specific one. Now, let me go back a little bit for this. So when the camp starts, okay. Alright. There are two Krugs. One is the big one and one is the middle one. If you really want to mess up his experience, you wanna keep this one alive so that the camp doesn't respawn. If you killed it and left the small ones, they automatically die. The only way for you to stop this specific camp from spawning is by keeping this one Krug alive, not touching it at all. So you'll see that I've taken those middle ones, but I left this one alone. And yeah, then I realized that it was time. Obviously I have one additional buff. I have a level lead. I'm much stronger with my rune setup. There is no way Lee Sin could have won that one. But yeah, super easy. Now again, this is an extreme example because it has worked so well, especially with this one. He has one raptor alive, so this camp won't respawn. His top camp won't respawn. I took his red buff. He's just so behind that there's nothing that he can do. You know, just take his Grump, and then he's still level 3 while I'm level 5 or something. You'll see. So I just go take double. I'll take double scuttles this time, I think. But yeah, you just go get your full clear. And now I'm recalling, and I already have enough money for. Wait, how do we do that? Okay, I already have enough money for my Tiamat and boots at minute 4. You know the team that is a crazy strong power spike for Warwick, and you are getting it almost at the beginning of the match right away. That's why I like to build Cinder Hulk Titanic with this setup, because it's a late game build. It needs a lot of money to actually be strong, and I mean that's what you have done. You have gotten all those free cams. You have gotten First Blood, double Scuttle Crab. You have the money basically, and so you use it. Recalled, got myself TM'd. Alright, I found it. So yeah, got myself a TM'd and the control ward over there. Didn't have enough money for boots. I don't know why I say that, but it's okay. That's what you need basically every time when the Drake is spawning. You need one control ward and your teammate obviously. So I'm level 4, almost level 5, and he's still level. He's only level 3 because he ganked top lane, got a kill, and took his farm basically. Usually he's level 2. This Tamkin shouldn't have died to a level 2 enemy, but it is what it is, I guess. So you use your lead, you feed your mid laner, who's an assassin, so that's pretty amazing against the Jinx Morgana. And you go greed for more. It's okay, you are just setting him behind. He doesn't have life steal, so whenever you get him low like this, you know that he'll have to recall. He already used his potions, and now he's low. You are forcing him to recall. He can't jungle while he's half health. He's not like a Warwick who can just, Q a monster to get back to full health. So it's actually worth it for us. He engages here for some reason, but he still loses that trade pretty hard. And after all, I can just take one camp. Now let me use it real quick. Okay. I was trying to get a kill on him so that I can start the buff, but I mean, another kill for the mid laner. You know, now that's perfect because we all know what happens when a Yasuo is 0-3-0. You'll have everyone in the chat being like, what the hell, Yasuo? He had like 300k points on Yasuo, but again, just specifically Yasuo, when you set him behind like this, he can't do anything, and at the same time your Akali is a hyper carry. She can solo carry, and so that's why I was spam ganking this lane. It's just so easy. The Jax has been low for the whole match. Kinda unfortunate. You can tower dive really early with this build. You are kinda squishy early on when you rush Cinder Hulk, but yeah, it's a lot of damage that it makes up for it, and it's amazing late game. So you farm a bit, you get level 6, I think. Yeah, you have level 6 already. So what level is? Another kill for Zakali. He's level 4 and you're level 6. 25 minions to 40. Assuming that he didn't gank top lane, he would have been 20 CS to 40 and he would have been level 3. So that's amazing. You just have a lot of map pressure. You have absolute control of the early game. 2k gold lead, it's probably all in your pocket. You take that, he can't contest it at all. He contests it, he dies as well. Nothing that the bot lane can do. They were in base. Nothing that the enemy mid lane could have done. It's domination basically. Now I don't need to show you the rest of the match. You know that's what I'll keep on doing. I'll keep on invading his top side, taking my CS and then making his life miserable. But now I want to show you some of the team fights because in this match, in this specific match, I was really bad. I want to see a match, a fight where I died. Um, I was really bad in this match because it was the first match after I started playing in a long time. Yeah, here. Okay, let's see this one. So they are fighting. I decide to go in. I miss my ult and then die. Yeah. Here you go. Now, usually this would have been enough to have you lose the game. Yeah, I had everyone muted, by the way. You should do that. You died while the entirety of your team died. They could have gone for Barons, they could have gone for anything. But just because your Akali is so fucking ahead, your Tam is so fucking ahead, and the Lee Sin is still behind up to this point, so he he's struggling to even CS, so he can't really do much. They were unable to do anything out of this obvious ending that I've done. They couldn't have do anything with it, just farm this wave together. That's what they have gotten out of this, and they'll all die over here. So yeah. Mm, Alright, so that's pretty much what happened this match. We won. I didn't carry that match because, yeah, I was ending pretty much, but the Akali did. I would die, and then here you go. Yeah, obviously carrying. So amazing. Akali carried. Why am I saying that I did great that match? I mean, didn't I get the Akali so ahead of the Yasuo that it was basically just a free mid lane at that point? And I got all the Drakes, so that's always nice to have. You get the Drakes, you get the Baron, you get everything that your team can ask for, and you win the game. Even if you are really doing awful and you are really bad at mechanics and at the game generally, you just utilize your strong level 3 power spike and you just carry with it. Yeah, that's how it goes. Alright, I'm going to do something that I see on YouTube a lot, because why not? Supposedly, when you are in this loading screen, you wanna have a plan, even if not a great one. You just want to have a plan for what am I going to do early on. So, you see a Hekram set earlier versus a Shen, Yasuo, Warwick. What's your plan over here? What lanes do you want to gank? What lanes do you want to avoid? And what are you going to do regarding the jungler? So for me, when I see a Hekram, I know that he'll immediately be super low on his first clear, and that I'm okay to overstay in the first clear and probably second one, assuming that I get him behind. He'll be super low, 3 kills, and he needs a lot of CS to scale, same with Nunu. So basically my plan is I'll try to ruin his early game, get stronger than him, make him irrelevant, and as a secondary plan I wanna get the Yasuo and Shen ahead. I want to avoid the Ashe for now because she has CS and Leon as well, so bot lane won't be really useful to gank. You don't want to waste your time basically. I'm better off feeding Yasuo that can pretty much carry the same way Akali did last match. So yeah, same as last game, I go top lane until my teammates that hey, I'll be coming here. So you see that they were always going bot lane, and then after I sent that in the chat, they came here, so that's always good. Now again, this is another extreme example, and you'll see why.
30 seconds until minions
Usually I'm
spawn.
not supposed to force it this way, I'm supposed to wait for my teammates, but yeah, you get. I was trying to mostly showcase the best case. Last match was best case scenario. You had an amazing steal. You took half of his boss camps, so they won't respawn, and you took first blood then of him. Few minutes later, he typed in the old chat, "I'm done. I give up." And that's what you want. You want to make it a 4v5 situation for your enemies, so that even if you have really bad support, for example, it's a 4v4 in the end and not 4v5 like most games do when a support get auto-filled. But yeah, so I stand over here, they spot me, and they come to collapse on me. Now this is gold elo, so that's why that happened. You know that Aurelia sounds like a smurf from the name. In silver, there is no way someone would do that. No way someone puts a ward super early on defensively like this. No one ever does that. It just doesn't happen. Um, I'm thinking that maybe a better approach would be to stay here until 30 seconds are left, and then you enter, put the ward, and then just fall back. I don't know if that's safer than this one, but I mean, it's okay. So they collapsed on me. I I thought that the set was AFK basically, and then he came back and he ran over here, and that's why I knew that I can hold him back a bit. I can have him fall back, and I only needed like 10 seconds until I can place my ward basically. So that's why I engaged, and then I realized that yeah, they are all here basically, and I traded first blood to assist for a ward. Now I'm gonna get really laughed at for this, but do you think that it was worth it? Yeah, okay, first blood is pretty extreme, especially when you gave them 2 assists, but you saw how amazing that ward was in the last match. It gave you so much information that you were able to do crazy stuff thanks to it. So yeah, it's not worth it, but it's better than just invading and then dying. That was pretty amazing. Someone spammed assist over here, but I mean nothing that they could have done. Clearly my fault. So
Minions have spawned.
I died. I go back to base. I rush into my buff. I ping that I'm coming. So you take your buff, and here is the thing. I saw that he was on my. I saw him on my ward. That's what I mean by spotting him on the ward. Now, what do you do when your opponent was spot on the ward? Exactly. You go for this buff. You go for this buff. For this camp, and you have level 3. You get a kill over them. Now again, it was special this time because I had to save my Yasuo, and I had additional time because I saw that the Hecarim was super low from this camp. Now here is what happens basically. Warwick. Okay, now here's what I said before. The more you get, the better you get at this, the more you will find out that you can basically time everything. And use that the Hecarim run straight into his buff, and The only reason I wanted to take this camp is so that this camp plus minion XP that I took from here plus this buff after I steal it with my smite, because he used his smite while I didn't, equals me getting level 3 and me getting that crazy power spikes that I talked about. So yeah, I go over here, nothing really. I left those so that he gets less experience. Again, nothing really that he could have done. If I was him, I would have flashed right away over here. Just run, there is literally no way you can win this. If I was like this, like if I was 1/3 my current health, which is 1/6, like literally if I was 100 HP, I would have still won this fight. You can't beat a Warwick early on, you just can't, while he have 1 level lead, like I said before, and double buffs. So yeah, I smite it, he tries to engage for some reason, and just you can see by how much damage do I deal with one basic attack that it's so free. Now he used his smite, he used his flash. Well done, because you are 4 HP and you have the red buff passive, or you are dead anyways. You get a kill, you go take his gram, because why not. I kept an eye on the bot lane because I didn't want to get collapsed on again. They were obviously warding this time, but they weren't moving, so I took my buff, my cam, and then I took one of his wolves. You take this, you go get another kill because you are just this strong. You take double, and you're just so ahead already. See, you are twice his CS again, and as a Hekram, you don't want that. You don't want that to happen to you. It's so bad for you. But yeah, again, I've been coming here, another kill. So I helped my Yasuo through killing the Irelia after his dumb mistake, and right now I'm going to pay back the Shen for giving Sid the first blood through getting the kill. A pretty bad move by him, but it's okay. You get the shutdown. You're just dominated, and over here you end right after you dominate. But I mean, I got the Aurelia as a Leona over there, so yeah, I guess it wasn't that bad. But you know the concept. You get your teammate. You get that's 3,000 gold already or something. You have your teammate, you have your fist. You are all ready to roll. Some people say that this item isn't really worth the cost, but I mean, getting it early isn't that bad because of its passive. Killing a unit grants 5 maximum health. This bonus stacks up to 20 times. So it doesn't grant you 200 health, it grants you 300 health, assuming that you stack the passive, which you will, because I mean 20 units is little. Like over here those are 4 units, I think 5. You get it, you can stack it pretty much. Let's see, yeah, 6 actually. So you've gotten already 30 additional health, which isn't bad. You go there, you're just dominating or getting dominated. Oh god, I'm telling you, I was really tired that day. I don't know what's going on, but you'll see that even with all the endings that I'm doing, this time I team fighted a bit better. you will see that the game is just so easy. So easy once you actually get those items. But yes, same as last match, you get a control ward and you start preparing
Rampage.
to
Shut down.
get the Drake. He traded 1 for 1 over here, that was amazing. This gave me hope that Yasuo isn't a failed cause. So yeah, I started playing around the Yasuo more often once I got strong enough to not die basically. So yeah, awarded because enemy bot lane was missing, and then you go take your camps, full clear. Not full clear, just take these 2 camps because you want level 6. I think that I have level 6 from this one, yeah. So you save your smite, you look for something to do, because you don't want to just take the Drake while your mid lane and bot lane are losing or neutral. You want to have someone winning their lane a bit so that you have an advantage. So I've been coming, and yeah, as always there's just nothing that she can do once I have my ult. Now let's look at the Zekrom. He's not as behind because I died 3 times. I shouldn't have died 3 times. He's still behind. He still doesn't have as much gold as I do. I'm actually winning because I got 5 kills, multiple pickups, and I already have my jungle cleared basically. So yeah. You go take another kill because why not? That Ashe wasted her. I wasn't really trying to force it, I could have flashed, but I didn't want to like force killing her or something. I knew that she's dead anyways. So you have ganked the 2 lanes, you already have your control ward and Scuttle. You know that they have absolutely no vision. There is nothing that this Hecarim can do right now to stop me from taking the buff. You want the buffs on Warwick. You want the Drakes. Yeah, he goes like this. Literally nothing that he can do. Tries to get a kill, but still 3 kills for me. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty much it. Your mid lane is already ahead. Yes, I think that if not neutral, my teammate is ahead because it's basically 3 blades, and he already started building crit. Potrick isn't really that good against that champion that doesn't stack health. He stacks crit. He doesn't have much health, so Potrick was kinda a dumb purchase from her. Anyways, that's how you do it. You just get another kill and another kill and another kill. So this match I had a horrible early game. You saw it. Literally died 3 times. Let's look at the last bit. I'm 18, 8, 12. I have a full build basically. The reason I don't have a full build is because I told my teammates to take my jungle, because I was like, hey guys, I'm full build, you can take it. Shin took my red, Misfortune took my blue, and I think Zyra took some camps. I was like, hey, I'm already full build for the most part. Yeah, you can take my camps. Again, we got the 4 Drakes this match, absolutely destroying them in terms of gold, absolutely doing great this match in terms of kills. So even if you had a horrible early game, even if didn't use this match I was really bad, I had absolutely no crazy outplays or anything like that, yet I'm still so ahead. 40 CS difference, that's major. 10 kills difference. So much um, dominance over the Hekram, which is the current meta build, you know, the champions that everyone goes for easy wins. And yeah. Okay, wait, let me now. I was literally tanking this turret because nothing can damage me at this point. You have so much armor and so much health and so much damage as well due to the Cinder Hold. If you are going for this build, by the way, I absolutely recommend going for it. Titanic, Cinder Hold, Create Smite, and then you start rushing armor items with health or Spirit Visage. You have an AP opponents. Any magic resistance or armor items that also grants you health because of the Cinder Hold passive. Cleave. Basic attack deals 60 bonus damage to your target and 149 bonus physical damage to other enemies in a cone on hit. Basically, what it does is it transfers your a percentage of your health to attack damage AD for your basic attacks. And then Cinder Hulk, its passive is not passive but actually in the stats plus 15% bonus health. So right now, whenever you build any health item, you are going to get bonus health on it and bonus attack damage, which is crazy if you are able to build multiple health items. So you have sword mail, lots of armor, Grievous Wands and health. You have Dead Man's for health, and I was going for Omen, I think, which also has health, so still crazy good. They can do a thing for you at this point. Might as well just give up. But yeah, another absolutely easy win for me. Even when I had awful macro and didn't do that great, you just get so strong that you might as well just dance in front of them and they will just still lose. But yeah, that's it. I want to make more in-depth tutorials about this specific play style. I just thought that I would test out this through a video. It's absolutely amazing. I think that it's as strong as funneling as a Master Yi or something, because you are basically funneling, but you are funneling with your opponent resources. Like, you look over here, this buff was stolen, those were stolen, and this buff was stolen. You are basically funneling your enemy's resources, which is perfect. So yeah, absolutely try it. It takes some time to get used to. I don't think that it'll work in higher elos. You saw in this match, this is gold 2 elo, so that's why people get a little bit better at warding and stuff. Gold 4, no one does it. Silver, no one. Bronze, no one. And iron, no one even gives their jungler a leash down there, so it's all in your favor. Especially that when you think about it, you didn't rely on your teammates at all except for the first leash. And the only reason you want the first leash is that you get there faster and you are able to get there before the enemy jungler, so that you can take the buff and kill them while they are coming. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully it helped you. You can message me on Discord if you have any questions about this. I will mention this over text as well, but I didn't upload this to YouTube for the sake of having people subscribe to me and all that. I'm not looking into making content on YouTube. It was just one video that I made because I wanted to share this specific strategy with Warwick players. I absolutely love Warwick. I think that he's really underrated. I think that many people need to play him, and that's why I wanted to share how good of a champion he is. So, yeah, that's it. Have a good day.